County.
Okay. Hell yeah. So y'all only got ice? Y'all didn't get snow?
We got nothing right now. It's raining a little bit, and they were thinking that it's going to freeze and that the roads are going to be real bad today.
Yeah.
But if they wouldn't have called it last night, I'm sure we would have been in there this morning. All right. So what's up? What's the questions? So here's how it works on probation. Just so you know, if the Indiana case is the oldest case, right? So he was on probation out of Indiana. So picking up new charges obviously violates his probation. So from Indiana's point of view, they want to get him there and have a motion to revoke his probation, where they have a revocation hearing to see if he violated the terms of his probation. And if he did, is the judge going to give him a full revocation and send him for the 3 years? It's the judge's discretion. The judge could say, I'm just going to give you a year. I'm just going to give you 60 days. You know, it's the judge's discretion. But they want to get that out of the way first because it's the oldest.
Okay.
So let's assume that he gets sent to prison on the Indiana case.
Right.
So his cases in Kentucky would still be pending, and he would just have to be transported to court from Indiana prison, and he'd have to fight his Kentucky cases from prison in Indiana.
Damn.
That's how it works.
Damn.
Which makes sense because they're not going to wait. Like, let's say somebody had like 10 years probation. Okay. I know Kendrick doesn't, but let's say they did.
Yeah. That's a long time.
You're not going to send them for 10 years and then just put these cases on hold. And then when their 10 years is up, there ain't going to be nobody around from the original cases.
Yeah, you're right. I feel you.
So that's how they do it. That's how they do it here. Is they want to get the oldest thing out first, and so if he gets revoked, and I don't know if he's been revoked or not. I'm assuming that picking up new felony charges and even the thing with Summer would be enough to get him revoked.
That's what I was thinking, because I was like,
but on the other hand, and I'm not licensed in Indiana, but one of my partners is. Now, I know that Clark County is one of the easiest counties in Indiana. When I say easy, I mean
they don't go hard on you
for criminal defendants. Like they're not real tough.
Yeah, right.
So you got to remember, this whole time, he always said he wasn't a felon.
Yeah.
So here's what else. No matter what happens, and no matter what Julia's bullshit affidavit that basically got him off the hook for the stuff he did to her.
Right.
Okay. The possession of a gun by a convicted felon, dude, you don't have to be holding the gun. Just a gun in your house.
Yes.
It's called constructive possession.
See, I was wondering if it was like that up there too.
And also, here's another thing. By having a gun in his house, that's another violation of his probation in Indiana. So it's a new charge. Convicted felon in possession of a handgun or firearm. Now, even if Julia comes and says it's her gun, it doesn't matter. Like I always tell my clients when they're on felony probation or they're on diversion, I always tell them. They're like, well, my roommate has a gun. I said, well, you either got to get a new roommate, you got to get out of there.
Right.
You know, and I tell them, I was like, dude, you have to be super careful. Like, if you're going to get in a car with somebody, every time you have to ask them, is there a gun in this car? Is there drugs in this car? Because I'm on paper.
All right, facts.
So even if Julia got him off the hook off of some of the stuff, which, she hired an attorney, I'm sure that, she lied on her affidavit. I mean, we all know that fucking Kendrick is a fucking woman beater. I mean, so basically he still has to deal with the possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He's going to have to deal with whatever happens in Indiana runs on Indiana and Kentucky will run consecutive. So whatever happens in Indiana, he would do that time, and then whatever time he gets in Kentucky, if he gets any time. Now, right. He still has not been declared competent to represent himself. They're having what's called a Ferrata hearing on February 7th. It's scheduled.
Okay.
And what it is, it's an old case where they basically the judge goes through the report from KCPC, and then the judge also asks questions to see if the judge is satisfied that he can represent himself, that he's competent to represent himself.
Would that since he's in Indiana, will he still be able to do court February 7th?
It varies. A lot of times when I have clients and they're serving somewhere else, a lot of times it's just a cluster and dates get mixed up, stuff gets continued. There's not great consistent interaction between Jefferson County, Bullitt County, and Clark County, Indiana. So, stuff gets missed, and then they have to get a new date. Mm. Like, I'm sure the Bullitt County judge didn't know that there was a chance he was going to end up in Indiana next week.
Right.
But, this Judge Rodney Burris in Bullitt County, I've been in front of him, man. He doesn't mess around. Like, oh, wow. Like, I mean, if I'm picking on a scale of 1 to 10, 10, I think he's good for me and my client. 1, I think he's terrible. I mean, he's like 4, maybe. Man, like the way Kentucky is, they take Jefferson County, which is Louisville, is the easiest. These other counties, especially these rural counties, man, they're a lot rougher and a lot stricter.
So I want to talk to you about because I didn't know about it until you mentioned it in the comments, the assault in Louisville. You said, like, that's crazy.
So there was an old case. It's kind of bullshit, honestly, if I'm gonna be objective. Some dude took out a warrant, said that Kendrick had sucker punched him at a bar here in town.
You told me about that.
So it's a misdemeanor assault.
Damn. I didn't know he was actually facing charges on that. I thought you was just saying he's fucking crazy.
No, see, my buddy that was the head of security at 4th Street Live back when it was popping, when it was like the place everybody went to. He told me, and I didn't even know Kendrick at the time. He said they always had problems with Kendrick running up and sucker punching people and running out of there. and this guy, I mean, his words, he's one of the most honorable guys I know.
That's crazy. Man,
Does that
I'm telling
surprise you at
you.
all, though?
I mean, it kind of does in a little bit because, man, like you said, he didn't want nobody to know, or he didn't mention that he's a felon or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, this whole time, like, you know, that one video where he's speaking and Julia is standing behind him with the fucking assault rifle.
God, that was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. But yeah.
Like, I mean, he does all this shit on fucking camera as a felon. I mean, it's like,
dude, he's mentally ill. That's almost why I don't respond, and I don't, like, my dad was always like, man, he's like, Christian, why would you waste your time with somebody who's mentally ill? He's clearly mentally ill. He wants to put, I mean, every time he gets out of court, he violates orders and gets on the phone. And then how many times, and I'm sorry, I got to make fun of him.
go ahead.
How many times has he said, does anybody have any questions? And the girl's always like, no questions. I mean, like, that's happened like 100 times. There's never a question.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Wait, I'll call back. Let me see if there's any questions. Is there any questions? No, nobody wrote in.
And he's not realizing, like, I've noticed, like, the people that post when they record him in on the jail live or whatever, right. Not many people view it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the Team Kendrick that he thinks that he has.
Dude, people lose interest. I mean, all he was a train wreck waiting to happen. That's what everybody was watching for.
Yeah, he
watching some guy literally lose his mind online every day. Nobody will represent him.
He fucked up. If someone, like, say for example, you, if I was in Kentucky and you said I'll represent you, like, just represent me for free, I would be so grateful. Right. That guy, I don't know Stan. I'm saying Stan.
Here's the deal with Stan Chavan. He's up number one. He's a great guy. He's like my dad.
There you go. You go.
So great guy. His whole purpose that day was he wanted to make sure Kendrick didn't get killed. Stan had no idea Kendrick had all those charges. He had no idea what he was getting himself into. And then Kendrick's excuse and Tiffany's excuse. Right. Tiffany, I'm sorry, I'm going to hate on you for a second. You all were saying that, Stan can't go because it's in Bullitt County and not Louisville.
Dude, I was like, that's not even far. It's 8 miles.
It takes just as long for me to drive from my condo to the Jefferson County courthouse as it does to the Bullitt County courthouse.
When I was at her house and they said that, I didn't want to, like, fuck up the vibe, but I was like,
no, that they were wrong. He might have said that because he didn't want to make Kendrick feel bad, but dude, Jefferson County criminal defense attorneys, I'm in Bullitt County every other week. And when I'm in there, I always see 5 or 10 Jefferson County criminal defense attorneys.
And if I'm not mistaken, as long as you're an attorney in Kentucky, you can go anywhere, right?
I can go to any county.
See, that's what
in Kentucky. So Stan didn't get off his case because it was in Bullitt County. Dude, right. Bullitt County's like less than a half-hour drive.
Yeah. Like I remember,
it's like just a few more exits up from downtown.
Yeah, because I remember when I went there, I've been there twice. I stayed in Shepherdsville both times. And as soon as I get on the interstate, no, it said like 8 miles.
Right. Like, so no. And every other attorney, he's burned them because of his obsession. I love how he calls everybody else a snitch, but he records everybody.
Yeah, like a motherfucker. Like, All right. The first time I ever talked to him on the phone, he said, because we was
I
trying to
know.
we was trying to have like build a bond, getting to know each other, whatever. And he said, I want to, I think we should be able to trust each other. If we're gonna work together, we should be able to trust each other. And he's like, we shouldn't have to record each other's phone calls. And he's like, no, we should. I should be able to trust it. If I tell you something, you're not gonna go tell someone else. And I said, vice versa. Then I find out he actually recorded that fucking phone call. He said, I feel like we shouldn't have to record each other's phone calls. We should be able to trust each other. I mean, it wasn't like I said anything.
You know what I found? You know what I found out yesterday? Judge Burris got a copy of the thing that Gino posted, and that Judge Burris was irate.
Are you talking about the Tiki Torch?
No, the phone call that Kendrick made.
Oh, so he's supposed to be doing that?
No.
Wow. Like and he has so many.
And he badmouthed Judge Burris on it.
Oh my God. He don't.
Judge Burris saw it yesterday.
For him to have got game from the dad stand, the one that's passed. For him to have got game from him, you would think he would know not to ever disrespect a judge. Like, that's just stupid. If you want more time,
dude, go in over exaggerates how close he was to them.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen McKay, who's a sitting judge, or Stan ever come to his defense? No.
Hold on. Say that again.
Okay. Have you ever seen McKay Chavan, who is a sitting circuit court judge, or Stan Chavan, who is a respected attorney? Have you ever seen them come to his defense on anything?
No, just by that one time where he called him and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna represent."
He didn't defend him. He said, "Calm down, and I'll come get you surrendered peacefully."
Well, he did say, I'm going to represent you.
He lied.
Yeah, he did. Well, okay, so
or he probably, once he talked to Kendrick and Kendrick started talking all crazy, I'm sure he was like, "What the fuck? I'm not doing this."
I honestly, I think it had because I think he was gonna represent him, and he told him, he might have gave him, told him, "This is what I think you should do," and he was like, "Oh fuck no."
Yeah, he gets mad because you always hear him say stuff like that. Well, they won't file when I tell them to file, dude. If a client told me to file something, and I said no, that's not in our best interest.
Yeah,
dude, I would immediately say, "Dude, do you want your money back?" Because, and this is what I say to all my clients in my consultation, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but if I'm going to represent you, this is my way or the highway. And if you can't handle that, here's your money back.
Yeah, that's how it should be anyways when you have an attorney.
The worst people to have are the clients who know a little bit about the law. And so they think they know a lot.
Yeah, that's him. He thinks he's smarter than everybody.
Tell me what to do. I was a prosecutor for 5 years. I've been doing criminal defense for 13. Tell me what to do. Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yep. Him doing that shit with the Breonna Taylor shit. He thinks he's the best attorney.
Hold on, it's gonna get dark for a second. I'm getting my charger. Dude, you think he gave a damn about Breonna Taylor?
No, it was about Brett Hankinson.
No, it was about him. It was about Kendrick Wilson.
I just assumed he was, just at war with Brett Hankinson because of all the shit that they apparently had been through. So I feel like he was like, "Oh shit, Brett Hankinson is involved. Oh shit, I'm about to, blah blah."
He completely screwed up his federal lawsuit. That got dismissed. I don't know. I think it's funny that he's been in jail for over 6 months and hasn't learned a damn thing.
Damn, it's been 6 months.
Into August, so 5
Damn.
August,
that
into August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, 6 months. And he hasn't changed one bit.
Yep. Man.
So, and you know what? What's funny is when you get on CourtNet, I know that he keeps saying that people keep saying he already did his 60 days for Summers' case, but the warrant is still active.
So he didn't?
I don't know. I've never,
because I didn't think that
I've never seen somebody serving time from one county in another county.
That's what I thought.
So,
I was like, how the fuck is this shit?
I don't know this for sure, but I think it's 50-50. He still owes Jefferson County and Judge Annette Karam those 60 days.
So what was the point of them going from him being in Bullitt County, then going to Louisville, then back to Bullitt
because they didn't know on that assault case where the bar fight case happened. That case was up for arraignment. They didn't know that he was in jail in Bullitt County, so they issued a bench warrant for him. They thought he just skipped court, which that when it wasn't his fault. He's in jail,
right?
So then they had to bring him over from Bullitt County to Jefferson County for that bullshit bar punch case.
That's crazy.
To set that warrant aside, and that case is still pending.
That's crazy. Like that is news to my ears. Like I thought the reason he went was because of the shit with Summer, but damn, maybe he really hasn't done the 60 days.
Hold on, I'll pull up CourtNet and I'll show you what it says for Summers. It says the warrant still. Now CourtNet's not 100% accurate. I mean, it's state workers, they mess up sometimes. But hold on. So I'm doing a search for all active cases for Kendrick Wilson. Okay. And then I'm just going to turn around so you can see the screen, so you can see my computer screen. Okay. Tell me if you can see this or not. Do you see this?
Let's see. No.
Let me figure out how to do this better. If I can flip the screen.
I think if you see it, oh shit, you clicked out. When you come back in, I'm about to put the link back in. You can click share. You can click share on
So look, all right. So do you see my computer?
Yeah, I can see.
All right, you see where my finger is?
No.
No,
I could just see the top where it says slander or sland. That part we can see.
Well, so look, so I'm pulling up the Amber Duncan versus Kendrick Wilson case. And what it shows is, do you see this red W?
Yeah.
Okay. That means it's an outstanding warrant.
Huh.
That is Kendrick's case. Amber Duncan versus Kendrick Wilson. So they have it listed that warrant is still active. Now, Bullitt County, the case is up in circuit court. They're set for, so he had to file an affidavit saying he was indigent and couldn't afford an attorney. They granted that. So on February 7th, they're supposed to have the Ferrata hearing. And you can, if you want to do your own research and just see what Ferrata means, it's spelled Fraeetta. It's an old case that just goes through if someone is competent to defend themselves or not.
How long do you think?
So they have that hearing on. They're supposed to have it on the 7th, and then they're supposed to set it for a trial date. This Rodney Burris doesn't mess around. Like he like at arraignment, he sets stuff for trial like a few months down the road. Like he tries to get his docket moving.
Right. So do you think the 7th is when they'll figure out if he's competent or not?
If Indiana brings him back over for that hearing.
Damn, that's a lot of driving. A lot of gas.
So, but like if he gets revoked, and I don't know if he's been revoked or not. I don't have access to Indiana stuff on my computer. I just have Kentucky stuff. But if he gets revoked, like I said, he would just have to fight his new charges from prison if he got revoked out of Indiana. Now, I've heard that he's getting 3 years from Indiana.
Me too.
Now, I don't know if that's 100. I do not know if that's true. I've heard it from people that I think would know, but I have not personally seen it.
Honestly, the word might have got around from you back to me because I actually did a show and I titled Kendrick Wilson could be going to prison for 3 years ?
That's what I'd heard.
Yeah, see
that, but I haven't actually seen it.
I'm not. I don't really like.
I didn't know he was in Indiana jail today till I saw your shit on YouTube.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they finally taken him back there.
Yeah, see. Yeah, I had a call.
The only reason they would come pick him up for Indiana is to see what they're going to do about his probation.
When I called, it was crazy. I said, do y'all have a Kendrick Wilson? They said, and when I called Bullitt County, they said, yes, we do. And I said, y'all do? Because, I hadn't heard he was in Indiana. And he was like, yeah. He's like, wait a minute. He said, no, we don't. No, we don't. He was moved yesterday. So, yeah, they thought they still had him in there. But, yeah.
Now he might go to Indiana, and the judge might say, I mean, if he has a good attorney, which I have no idea, but if I was representing him, I'd be like, Judge, he was 20 days away from his probation being over, and he has not been found guilty of anything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, because
but judges are different because some of them will say they're not going to revoke you until they see what happens on the case. Some of them would look and say, Jesus Christ, he's got that many charges. He's surely violated his probation.
And then the shit was some fight.
Well, and he pled guilty. He pled guilty and took diversion on that terroristic threatening in Bullitt County. So
wow.
He took misdemeanor diversion. He pled guilty on that. Which, I mean, misdemeanor diversion's easy. It's like pass for 6 months, no new problems, case gets dismissed. But
was that toward the end? Was the terroristic threatening toward the end?
That's my understanding.
Because, I thought it had to do with him on live when the cops was outside his house. He was like, "All right, it's time to do this. Like he's explaining what he's gonna do if the cops come in his house, and he shows Molotovs.
Oh, when he was all frantic and stuff. I'd heard originally the feds were going to look at that.
That's crazy.
But at this point, if they haven't done anything, I would say they're not.
I don't know.
It's been 6 months. I'm just telling you how it works here. I mean, normally, if they wanted to take him, they would have taken him first. Feds have first priority.
Unless they're just trying to tie it all in with the charges that he's facing.
But see, they don't do that. They would take the easy case that it's on video. We went to his house after they arrested him and we saw it there.
So they have for sure seen it.
That's what I was told.
Okay. See, that's one thing I was wondering if they have, because he did a lot of shit. He said a lot of shit that he didn't have to say online.
He screwed himself so much. Here's what he doesn't realize. When he goes to trial, assuming he goes to trial, all of those lies and all of those stupid things he said are all going to come back to haunt him.
Yeah.
I mean, he said online that he was holding a gun at somebody. Dude, if I'm a prosecutor, I'm like, jury, here's the elements for possession of a gun by a convicted felon. Person has to be a convicted felon, and they have to have a gun in their hand. Here's the video. Kendrick saying he pointed a gun at somebody. Jury, there. That's he's guilty on that. He admits he's guilty on that.
Yeah, and in the same sentence, he said, "Oh, it was crazy." He was telling Stan that, and he was like, "But I don't touch the gun." He's like,
I remember.
It's just crazy.
He tells so many lies, he forgets what he told. And I've had to bite my tongue for that piece of shit for over a year because I made promises to people that I would.
Right.
But man, you know what? Fuck him and fuck anybody that's down with him. And fuck anybody that's friends with him. Because if you are, you're mentally ill, you're fucking sick. And anybody that's talked shit about me, none of you motherfuckers have done it to my face. None of you. And none of you fucking will. But if anybody wants to, fucking do it. Oh, calling me a junkie. Dude, who didn't party in their 20s and in their 30s? I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
I'll put my stats and my results up against any attorney in Kentucky. Anyone. And any of these motherfuckers that always want to fucking talk shit about me because they're obsessed with Kendrick. They have like some weird either fucking gay obsession with him or, I mean, I've never seen a guy ride so hard for another guy that he's posting videos for him 10 times a day. That's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
I know who you're talking about too. It's crazy.
And
never met.
And these fat, these fat white girls, no offense, that are like that are always like sweating him and stuff and have shit to say about me. It's like, here's what I gotta say to you all. Fuck all you all. My office is right across the street from the courthouse downtown. Anybody that's got a fucking problem, tell me where to be and when. Any of you motherfuckers.
Hell yeah. If that ever happens, I hope you tell me about it. I want to hear about it.
I'm putting it out there. They're all watching your shit. I'm putting it out there. Muskogee Law Offices, 228 South 7th Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202. I'll draw you a fucking map if you fucking want something.
So you like downtown?
Yeah, right across the street from the courthouse.
Oh, that's what's up. I mean, I've been down there twice, and I actually was trying to meet some people that was running their mouth on here, and I heard that they were supposed to be there. So I'm like, I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna question them about why they want to talk shit on here. If they have the same energy in person, you know, even right in front of the courthouse, they didn't give a shit. But yeah, nobody that said they was gonna showed up.
Everybody's so tough online. Everybody's so tough with their anonymous names.
Yeah.
Hey, I've never used a fake name. You know, when Kendrick was always flipping out, thinking that I was monkey ass or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already showed that it's a person that I don't know. He just thought it was me. Tiffany thought it was me, and Tiffany. And if you're listening, I can't tell, but you know that shit you were talking with Kendrick about me. It was a bunch of bullshit. You know it was. You know, and we're fine. You apologized. I have no idea how the fuck you became friends with him, but whatever. You saw his true colors, and you know, he was so stupid. Like,
oh, was you saying how I became friends with him?
No.
Oh,
how Tiffany did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was.
Because I've known Tiffany for like 20 years, and all of a sudden she's siding with this fucking mentally ill jerk off.
I think it just had to deal with the Breonna Taylor shit. Just like most people, even me. That's how I was like wanting to get protection.
I was head of the legal team. Yeah.
He basically fed people a fucking false dream.
How's his church going? How's his nightclub going that he said he runs? How's that job? How's that job at Ford that he lost like 2 years ago?
Yeah, when that little video when he said the club, I was like, I didn't know he had a fucking club.
If he's such a big baller, how come a $5,000 bond hadn't been posted?
Hey, stay on here, because I got someone that just hit the link. So yeah,
All right.
What's good? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name.
Shamashawan. It's Paleo Hebrew for Samson.
Okay.
I represent the school of ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commander General Yohana since 1969, out of 1 West, Harlem, New York. Shalom, brother.
What's good?
Shit.
What you got?
Not much. I don't know what y'all speaking on right now. If this the wrong time, just let me know, brother. But
nah,
I really don't be on social media like that. Keep it real. The reason I'm on here right now is because I wasn't really feeling too much what I heard. What you had going on Morris Science Temple with Commander whatever his name is.
Trying to call me.
Delta and Tariq, whatever his name is. Is this the right time to even speak on that?
Sorry, can you re-say that? Like my connection fucked up, like I froze up, so I didn't hear you all.
Yeah, I got all bars over here. My Wi-Fi is A1, so I know it ain't my shit.
It was mine, but what'd you say?
Nah, tell me if this is a bad time, but the sole reason I'm on here right now has to do with the conversation that Morris dude, Tariq, or whatever you say his name, and then Delta, the conversation y'all had about 2-3 weeks ago. Whatever you say his name, and then Delta, the conversation y'all had about 2-3 weeks ago.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
I just heard myself. Somebody tried to call me. My bad.
I just heard myself in the background.
Yeah, I got my phone playing. But I mean, what about our conversation though?
Well, first off, is this the right time? Because I have no idea. I just got done shoveling shit. I've been shoveling snow since 7:30 this morning. And this is the first time I ever been on live on YouTube. You understand? So I don't know what y'all two gentlemen talking about right now, and I'm not here to interfere your podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Now, my motto on this show is anything goes. So we can talk about whatever on here, you know.
And I do want to just state, you know, kind of keeping an eye on your platform. You know, since all the NFAC formations, which I attended, you know,
Okay.
I respect the stance you took to a certain point. But I kind of told you what I wanted to speak on. So if this is not the right time, give me a time to speak on it, because I'm not here to interrupt your platform. I have no idea what you and this other gentleman speaking on right now.
I mean, yeah, we could speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
We're done talking about that stupid shit anyway.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
You said it was stupid. I don't even know what y'all was talking about. You said it. All right, cool.
No, not your stuff. What we were talking about.
No. Y'all just said what y'all was talking about was stupid. I can't say that. I don't know what y'all was talking about. Anyway,
it's completely stupid. We've completely wasted so much time talking about this guy.
Anyway. So, question. I do have a couple questions, and I definitely have a couple statements to make. Being biracial, daddy black, mama white. Is that the same shoes you in, my brother?
Already.
Okay, well, according to the King James Bible, which King James was an Israelite, the pedigree has to do with who your father is or your seed. And I want to just clear that up with Delta. You know what I'm saying? I want to make that real clear with Delta. According to the King James Bible, all we read from in the ISUPK, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, and I spoke to that man before on Instagram. I just don't be on social media like that. According to the King James Bible, we ain't Israelites, we ain't religious, we spiritual. King James, Apocrypha, and the Blue Letter, the ancient Paleo Hebrew, not no Yiddish shit, not no Ashkenazi, none of that shit. Anyway, straight to the point. I've respected the stance you took, and I've respected the stance that Delta took. I just want to basically at the end of the day say the separation that our people is doing is destroying us. It's bullshit. The 12 tribes shall rise, and according to the King James Bible, not no NIV, not no. Let me tone it down a notch. I got a couple